About some of the things that I hear when I'm talking to somebody about coaching and why they're afraid to do it. I've written down a list of some of the top things, so these are not all of them, but they are a good part of them. So I'm just going to kind of go through and answer them. I was really fearful of becoming a coach myself. You know, I had a bad taste in my mouth from other businesses that I really didn't do well at, or they made me really uncomfortable, and so this automatically put up this red flag in my head. And so, you know, if you're feeling some of these fears where you're like, well, it sounds really good, but I just don't know, you got something that's holding you back, then allow me to explain, because I have felt that too. I think every single coach that has signed up has honestly felt that. So let's just start going through them right now. Number one, the most common thing I hear is that I'm not a salesperson. And I am so happy when somebody says that, because truthfully, I'm not looking for salespeople. Because salespeople, think about how they make you feel. You feel pretty icky when you feel like somebody is only talking to you for your credit card. And, you know, we've all been in places where maybe you're at the mall and you're at some jeans store and you've got people pressuring you to try on this pair and that pair and spend $200 on jeans, and you're like, no, and you're trying to hide from them. Or maybe you've had a car salesman, or maybe you have a friend who does a different business and they always kind of guilt you, or they message you all the time, and you almost feel like you have to hide from them. That is exactly what I do not want you to do. And the good news is that you really don't have to, because salesperson, to me, that means that you're manipulative and that you're trying to get a lot of people to buy a lot of product that they don't want or don't need and spend money that they don't want to spend. And you know what? This business isn't about that. We talk so much about how this business is about just sharing your story and sharing your truth and who you are and your vision for your life and your goals. And so if you actually are just sharing that, you're probably going to be attracting people to join you. And in that case, you're not selling anybody on anything. You're simply just sharing, and you're inviting people to hang out with you and to continue to do this too. You know, I always tell my coaches too, you don't need to promote every single Beachbody product that comes out. I know nothing about our protein shake. I drink Shakeology, so I don't try to pretend like I know everything about it. I don't even talk about it, truthfully. And you know, if you're not into, I love Insanity. I'm such an Insanity girl. But I'll be completely honest, 21 Day Fix was not my cup of tea. You know, I'm not really into the workouts. I mean, I love the nutrition side of it. But 21 Day Fix Extreme, I had absolutely no interest in. But, you know, I shared it and I, you know, looked over it and I did pieces of it. So, you know, I don't want you to turn into this robot, or where you see you know, coaches one day 21 Day Fix today and then P90X tomorrow. No! All you have to do is share what works for you. Personally, I am obsessed. I love Max 30, I love Body Beast, and I love Insanity and P90X. So you hear me talking a lot about that from my story. So that's exactly what you need to do, is not be a salesperson, but to be a share person and just simply share your truth and what's working for you. And if you are trying to sell people, you're doing this wrong. You know, it's all about building trust and being who you are. And, you know, this business is not about sales. We don't want you pushing products. We don't want you pushing people, truthfully. So, number one, not a salesperson. A-okay in my terms. Number two, I don't have time. I was this person who said that they didn't have time because, you know, I was working 2 jobs at the time, and life was busy, and I was trying to be a mom, and, you know, I was trying to work out and find another job and, you know, just still breathe at the same time. And, you know, so I felt the last thing I could afford was more time to spend on something that wouldn't work out for me, if that makes sense. My time was so valuable that the last thing I could do was spend, you know, a minute here, 2 minutes there, working on something that wasn't gonna serve me in the future. And so, you know, I really didn't think I had time. The cool thing about this business is it's what you make out of it. I work full-time, which means 3 to 4 hours a day. I didn't start that way. You know, when I was working and building my business, I had 2 other jobs, and so I worked a lot of, you know, I'd get up early and I'd do 10 minutes here, and I'd do 20 minutes on my lunch hour, and I'd get home, and maybe after Zane went to bed, I'd do another 20 minutes. And so it's just really, you know, so many coaches build this business in the nooks and crannies of their days. It's just a matter of when you can commit to signing in. So that's why we make all of our training available online. It's always recorded, so if it's not on your time schedule, no worries. You just have to schedule to do it another time, and that's okay. It's totally okay. We have lots of very successful coaches who work this business in 1 hour to maybe 2 hours a day, and they're able to build it, and then over the course of time, they have this wonderful business that they didn't really, I don't want to say they didn't have to put effort into, because you absolutely have to be consistent and commit to it, and commit to learning and to being a student. But you don't have to spend, this isn't like when you get a new job and you spend 200 hours in training. Like that's not true at all. So it's more about your consistency. Of course, if you want this to work faster, then you need to show up more. You need to talk to more people. You need to be wanting to grow faster. So that is totally up to you. I will tell you this about our team. We match efforts. So say your coach signs up and you just want the discount. Maybe you want to dabble into making about 20 bucks a month, or $100 a month, or whatever, just a little something, for you. Maybe you want to go shopping or whatever. Your coach will match your speed. We will never force you to do something that you don't want to. I do this as my career. This is my full-time gig. And so I want to, I will work with my runners and people who want this to be their full-time career as well. But my girls who maybe just want a date night, so some extra money for that, I don't push them. Heck no. Because it's my job to help them reach their goal to have another date night every month. It's not to get them to be, top 100, top 10, whatever. So, this is all about the time that you want to put into it, and you decide that. You just have to be clear about what you want. Number 3, I hear a lot that you're shy, that you don't know anybody. And sometimes I feel like I can be deceiving because I have such a bubbly, outgoing personality, and I definitely don't want, this chair is really uncomfortable. I definitely don't want you guys to get the impression that you have to be just like me, or just like Suzanne, or just like whoever your coach is to be successful at this, because it's not true. If you're shy, trust me, I have been in so many circumstances where I am shy, or I get nervous or whatever. And here's the thing, you really don't have to be anybody that you're not. If your friends know you as kind of shy and kind of quiet and reserved, it's okay. It's exactly what I want you to promote to other people too. And just be yourself. What we'll be able to do is we'll be able to teach you about attraction marketing, which is a really, really fancy word for, we're going to teach you how to, say things where you're going to find people who are looking for somebody just like you, and without you having to put too much else thought into it. So you don't have to be outgoing. You don't have to be this bubbly, person. You can totally be an introvert and work this business. And with that being said too, I do hear I don't know anybody, or I'm from a small town. One of my concerns when I first started was that, my mom was already a coach, and I thought that, she's probably already talked to everybody that I know, because, truthfully, I didn't have a ton of friends, because, I had my son in high school, and I went to college, and I had just been so focused on graduating and getting through that time period of my life that I didn't have time for fun. I didn't have time for, meeting anybody. And so, I was really afraid, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? She's already talked to, all my cousins. My siblings are all through her, too. And, she's my dad's side of the family, her side of the family, all of our family friends. She had already talked to those people. Here's the cool thing now. I've been able to build an amazingly successful business without all of them. Seriously, it's not about if you even have people. I totally didn't have people. It's all about being able to use social media in order to, like I said, that attraction marketing. I'm from a small town, really small town. And I think there's maybe, not only are my mom and I both very successful coaches from the same small town, my sister's also a coach. We all went to the same, my siblings and I, we went to the same high school. There's a couple other coaches where we live too. Trust me, I don't have any overlap, and you'd think that we definitely would. So not knowing anybody is not an excuse, because social media, the world is who you know. And it's all about being able to reach your message to your specific targeted group of people. And that's what we help you figure out, and we help you do it really, really easy. So no worries if you don't know anybody. Number 4, I don't want to push products. Again, I kind of talked about this, about being a salesperson. If you are pushing products, I would say you're doing this wrong. It's one thing to, I kind of just share what I'm doing, And if I think that something would benefit somebody, or like I've talked to them and I kind of know like their goals and their needs and their wants, and I think like, she might like this, then it's totally okay to be like, hey, I don't know if you know this or not, or if you've even asked you before, but based on what you've told me, I think you'd really benefit from this. Have you ever considered taking a look at it? And that's all it is. And if they say yes, send them the information. And if they say no, so what? It's okay. I'm not messaging them, telling them that they need to buy 21 Day Fix right now, or that they're fat, or that, there's something wrong with them. No, I'm just simply asking because maybe, a girlfriend said, oh, I've got this wedding coming up, and my dress is a little snug, and I wish I could just lose that last 10 pounds. And I'd just be like, well, have you thought about doing this? Just like you would ask your girlfriend in a conversation over coffee, it's the exact same thing. Number 5, I'm not at my goal weight. I'm gonna probably make you guys freak out a little bit right now, but honestly, if you're not at your goal weight, it's almost better, because people want to work with somebody who is on their journey. Like, I've seen coaches who come in and they have this amazing transformation story. Like maybe they lost 80 to 100 pounds, and sometimes it's like they hear the objection of, well, that's different. I'm not like you. And when you share your journey and you are first starting it, it's so much easier to be like, join me and we can do this together. So I tell you what, we can go to the grocery store or any store that sells magazines, and we can pick up any women's magazine most likely, and it'll tell you how to lose weight, who did what, and they've got these airbrushed models that are on these magazines, and they look beautiful and they share their tips, but then there's still that success gap seems this far away, or you feel like you're right here, and these people feel like this journey feels so big and so overwhelming that you just don't even want to start. But when you're a coach just starting off and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it, and you can join me and we're gonna do this together and we're gonna get fit, and you're just really excited about it, guess what? All your friends want to join you. So many people are sitting there just waiting for somebody, for one of their girlfriends to sign up their hand and say, you know what, I'm gonna go there this year, you're gonna join me too. Yeah, that person better be you. Because guess what? That's who everybody's gonna want to join. They're not gonna join, somebody well, it's not that they won't join you if you do have a transformation story. They absolutely will. But I'm just saying, in this case, if you're saying, I'm not at my goal weight, I've still got 20 pounds to lose, guess what? You actually have a lot more power than somebody who already has lost it, because people want to work with people who they feel like they are in the trenches with. They want to lock arms with somebody who they know is going through the same thing that they are going through right now. And they feel like you guys are working towards a goal together. And that is what matters. So if you're not at your goal weight, you actually do hold a lot of power with that. And it's very, very smart to start coaching at the same time, because you know what's going to happen otherwise. Your friends are going to want to start doing what you're doing, because obviously you're going to be getting results. And if you're not a coach, all you're going to be able to do is send them to whoever you worked with. And guess what? They're getting the credit. So let's just say this. Say I'm your coach and you did 21 Day Fix and you dropped 20 pounds in 3 weeks. That's awesome. So your girlfriends, you got 3 of them who are like, oh my gosh, what did you do? And you message me and you're like, hey, I've got all my friends and they want to do this. They want to do the next round with me. And I tell you, dude, you should be a coach, because, you can make the money and you can help them. And it's a really beautiful thing to be able to do it all together. And you go, no, I don't want anything to do with that because I'm not at my goal weight yet. Guess what? All of your friends are still going to want to do it regardless if you're ready to help them or not. And so they're going to come through me, and then I'm going to get the credit, but I'm not the one who deserves the credit. It's you, because you're the one that's inspiring them and you're the one who is showing them what's possible. It's not me. So you guys, not being at your goal weight is absolutely not an excuse. In fact, it's even a better reason to become a coach, because then you have more accountability from our team and the whole Beachbody community. And plus, you have no idea how many of your friends and family are just waiting for somebody like you to stand up, and that's all it takes, is just to stand up. All right, and my last one that I hear a lot of, and it's just, what if I fail? And let's get serious here. In our society, failure is scary. You know, we talk so much about our successes, and, you know, maybe you see your upline, or not your upline, but the coach that you follow, whether it's me or Suzanne or one of the amazing coaches on our team, and you look at what they're posting and what they're doing, and you think to yourself, like, I would love to do that, but I don't know if I could. And if I tried and it didn't work out, like, I don't know if I can deal with that. Here's the thing. You will absolutely fail if you don't try. And if you try, there's no such thing as failure. There's just lessons. I don't know how many times I have quote unquote failed at something during my coaching experience. And it's never a failure. It's never like Alex is done. It's just, okay, Alex needs to tweak this. And my whole Beachbody career has been a series of tweaking and finding out what works and applying it. And furthermore, it's so much easier now, you guys. Like, when I first started, oh man, like, we didn't have all the trainings that we have now. We didn't make it so easy. And, you know, right now we focus so much as a team on making sure that you not only start seeing success fast, but it's predictable and it's stabilized, and you always have like a what's next. You know, so we take the systems and the guesswork out of that for you. For example, we have systems in our team where, like, we run our month every single month. Week 1, we always start a new coach training. It's a wonderful program. You just check in daily, 21 days. Awesome. We also have a free cleaning group. This is where we're going to help you to, you know, bring in your friends and family and get you credible as a coach. You know, really talk you up, and we give your friends and family a feel for the culture that our team has. And, you know, we get them results for free. Because, like I said, we're not about money, we're not about sales, we're about helping people. And then we help you go, or help you help them go on to a graduate program. And that is where you do have the chance now to work with them and as their coach, because you've established the fact that you're somebody they can trust. And they're going to want to work with you. And they are going to, you know, then all of a sudden you have a Beachbody business. And in week 2, you know, we share with your friends and family. We'll run it. We'll do this. We'll share with them what coaching is in a very non-pushy way, so that they can come in and be a fly on the wall, and they can decide if this is a good fit or not for them, because truthfully it does have to be a good fit. And, you know, we don't want anybody to hear who it's not for. And then week 3, you know, that's when we'll help you start your challenge. So you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to worry about posting. None of that. We'll just help you get you started. We'll also help you grow your team that week, so you can start being eligible for all of those fun things that come with, you know, rank advancing. So like free customers and everything. We help you to do that so that you don't have to know it all. And then in week 4 of the month, you know, if you are a New Coach Basics graduate, we'll help you get to Emerald in your first promotion, and all of that will be described, you know, later once you become a coach, because obviously the details will just weigh you down right now. But you know, we've made it so that the only way that you can fail is if you don't show up, and if you don't check in, and if you don't do this. That's literally the only way you can fail, because guess what? All you have to be is yourself. All you have to be, because you have this light in you, you have this fire in your belly, or there's something about me or Suzanne or one of the coaches that invited you in here, that there's connective tissue there. And there's something that makes you feel like you could do this too. And you can. You can. You'd be amazed at what you could do with this business. And it's so fun and it's so amazing. And so regardless of if you're scared about being a salesperson, which on this team, you don't need to be a salesperson. If you see somebody in your Facebook newsfeed who is like constantly posting pictures about, you know, like Beachbody pictures, like, oh, 2196 or T25 or size, or buy this from my link and this is on sale, guess what? They're probably not doing too well, because that is an act of desperation, and it's not smart and it's not professional. We don't let you do that. We teach you how to do it differently, and also to create more success. The I don't have time excuse. We all have the same 24 hours. It's just a matter of delegating when you're going to work on your business and when you're not. 5 minutes a day and your nooks and crannies here and there, totally doable. There's somebody busier than you right now creating a successful business, okay? And then number 3, I'm shy or I don't know anybody. Remember, you just gotta be you. You just gotta be willing to share your truth. Doesn't mean you have to be just like me or just like Suzanne or anybody else. It's just be you. As far as knowing people, baby, the world is your outreach between social media with Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest and Twitter and LinkedIn and Google Plus and all that stuff. Trust me, you've got access to everybody in this world, so you're fine. And number 4, I don't want to push products. Again, if you met somebody who's pushing products, they're probably not super successful, so, you know, don't push products equals more success, if that makes sense. 5, I'm not at my goal weight. Again, you hold a lot of power right here because you're somebody who they can trust. That you're not fake. You're not like, yeah, look at my results. Let me coach you. No. I still don't even do that. Like, and I've lost 70 pounds. I'm still like, let's do this together, because fitness is always going to be a lifestyle. I'm always going to need to have support from other people. And so if you're just starting, trust me, there are people waiting to have somebody stand up and who's willing to take that first step. That's going to be you. That's what's going to be inspiring, regardless of where you're starting as far as your physical fitness goes. And then also, if I fail again, you guys, the only thing that you can fail at is if you don't show up. Like, if you don't do this, that's the only way that this business is a failure. So I know this video is kind of long, but I just wanted to talk about the things that I hear most, and, you know, share with you some of the experiences that I had in the past and that, you know, some of my coaches have. And, you know, I just want to say, if you are fearful, it's very normal. And if you're a little skeptical, I mean, that's normal too. I think everybody is, and it's okay to ask questions. So whoever invited you to this group, whoever your upline is, or your upline, I'm so sorry, whoever the coach is that invited you here, they have probably shared so many of the same fears that you have. So don't worry, you can ask them questions. We don't get any kind of points or commission, or nobody gets paid like if you sign up or don't sign up. So we are literally sharing this information with you just because we want to, so you can make an informed decision. So don't be afraid to ask questions, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys on the team page. And if you have any other fears that maybe I didn't cover or that weren't answered clearly enough, go ahead and just comment down at the bottom of the page. Alright guys, talk to you soon.